Hey, this is Nevin again with Disc-It. We're already in season 9 of our cooking show on the Disc-It. We get to show you all kinds of different things you can make on this awesome product. So today we're going to show you something totally different. Don't you dare go away. Welcome back. So now we got a chance. We got Tony's back again.
Back again. Tk you for having me back again.
So you got the flat skillet going on here. You got spatula ready to go, and something about what? You call me a jerk.
It's we're doing a jerk pork.
Oh, we're doing a jerk pork. What the heck's a jerk pork?
It's a Jamaican dish.
Okay. Why is it called a jerk?
I'm not quite sure why the Jamaicans call it jerk. It's a variety of different seasonings. It's kind of a sweet type seasoning and spicy.
Okay.
And so, pretty much you could get it anywhere, just the jerk seasoning. Oh. And what you do is I've been marinating the pork in the I made like a little marinade with the jerk seasoning and everything. Made a marinade. It's been refrigerated overnight, and now we're gonna get ready to cook it and try it. We're gonna be serving it with some long grain rice.
Long grain rice looks like dirty rice. No.
Except for you don't have the liver, the chicken livers, and the ground patties.
Is there chicken liver in dirty rice?
There's chicken liver. Well, it depends on who makes it, but
I was gonna say I used to like dirty rice. I didn't know that.
It has chicken liver and ground beef inside of it.
I've had chicken liver once before, and it was ugh.
And you don't like pate.
I don't know. I guess you know what. That's one thing that's really opened up my palate is what we've done on the cooking show here. It's just been like really. Remember we did tripitas on the show a while back, and I had never had them, and people have been requesting them over and over, and I thought, man, really gonna eat intestines? So he made them really well. They tasted great. So what do I know? So now we got jerk pork.
Jerk pork, yep.
On the disc. So. Now why are you using the flat skillet instead of the disc?
Well, you could use either one you want. I just kind of started liking using the flat skillet, and especially since this one here. We just want to cook them flat, and I don't want them sliding down into the center.
So do more all the time. Because you can cook anything on either the disc or the flat skillet.
You could do either one, yes.
For this one, I like the French toast, or like to do fish fries in the flat, or a lot of times we'll do like grilled cheese sandwiches.
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever see when Phil Benavides did the sourdough Parmesan Swiss guacamole burgers on it?
No, I didn't see that one.
Oh, man, it was good. Go to YouTube or go to... You know the cooking show. You can search for all the different deals. Just put in a search for like sourdough or Parmesan or Swiss guacamole burgers or whatever. But you can see what Phil did. You guys know we have hundreds of videos out there. Tony's been on a bunch of them, making some really good stuff. So get a chance to get into those videos. Go ahead and pin it, share it. Instagram and all kind of stuff. Let these videos get out and show people how to do these things. So.
With all these shows you got, I'm surprised you don't have a cookbook out yet.
We did a cookbook probably about 5 years ago or so. Problem with that is at that point we had to buy hundreds and hundreds of them just to be able to get them at a decent price. But what we are thinking about doing is probably doing an ebook, and we'll touch base on that in a little bit. We'll cover that in today's episode. Okay. So
I got the oil. It's just regular salad oil on there.
Why do you call it salad oil?
And a salad oil, vegetable oil.
Oh.
I guess you use it.
Not motor oil.
Not motor oil. No. You get your motor rolling.
Get your motor rolling. Okay. So you got this on what, medium high heat?
I got it kind of on medium high, medium low type heat right now. But we'll get it rolling.
And those are going to cook pretty quick.
They're going to cook pretty quick. They're pretty thin pork.
Wow, those are thin, so those will cook. Well, if they're going to cook that quick, I better go ahead and get into Ask Them Anything section of this episode. Well, this week's question actually comes from Tony. Says he already did the shout out. What about the cookbook? We did have a cookbook that we actually had printed several years ago or published several years ago. But because we're doing so many recipes all the time, until we figure out a way to get that volume down to be able to do a recipe maybe every season or something, looks like we're going to go and try to start messing with the ebooks, so you can actually have the picture, have the recipe there, and a direct link where you can find it through YouTube or other social media, that kind of stuff. So to answer Tony's question. And, people have asked before too, but will we have a cookbook? We'll probably be doing an ebook again, or we'll wait till we compile one great big old cookbook over, maybe season 10, we'll go ahead and combine all seasons and do it. No promises though, we'll just see what we can get undone. That's a lot of work. But in fact, Patty's the one who did the publishing of the first cookbook. So shout out to Patty from, that's like 6 years ago, but Patty Trail did that. Anyway, hope that answers your question. And Tony, if you want to ask me more, we'll take more. Thanks.
I'll think of something.
So now you got a chance for me to answer Tony's question of this week's episode. We're back in here. Tony's got the flat skillet going. Burner's on about medium-low. We're cooking on the chili pattern disket. And you've got some thinly sliced pork and some Jamaican jerk seasoning.
Yes, it's just olive oil is what I put it in.
Okay.
I use the garlic olive oil to give it a nice garlic flavor. And then of course, the jerk seasoning. And jerk seasoning, you can probably get that pretty much any place that sells seasons and spices.
Okay. And we have used a jerk once before. We'll have to get you some links on some of that stuff and go from there. But so we can just cook it now?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and just cook it. Let me go ahead and spread this oil. That's a little hot.
Yeah, it is.
Spread some oil around. Of course, this has been marinated in oil anyway. So
don't need much on there.
Don't need very much oil.
I love the way that sounds. It's a nice hot disc. Oh, that smells good.
You can kind of get that sweet aroma. Mm-hmm. They has like a nutmeg in it.
Nutmeg?
Yeah, there's nutmeg in the seasoning. And then there's, of course, like the Jamaican chili peppers that they're using, and thyme, and I don't know what else is in the jerk seasoning.
The jerk I was talking about that we used before is the Jabberwocky Smooth Jerk. It's a California-based product. In fact, she's going to be at the Fire Food Show this year. Have you tried the Jabberwocky Smooth Jerk?
I have not tried that one, but I'll have to get myself a bottle of that stuff so I can try it.
Susan out of California does that stuff. We've had her stuff on the show. It's been a couple years ago, but try Susan's Jabberwocky Smooth Jerk. You can see that on previous episodes as well. Look at that. Those are going to cook quick. Well, before you flip it, I'm going to go ahead and flip this, and we're going to feature this week's Spotlight Biscuit. This week's Spotlight Biscuit is the wine and grapes biscuit. You can see this pattern, which has the wine bottle, the wine glass, and the grapes. This happens to be one of our best sellers. And yes, we've shown it several times before, but it does so well, I figured might as well keep showing it. Now you can see the wine bottle biscuit, but featured on our pattern section of the website. And also don't forget about hundreds of other different biscuit designs at that same location. Don't forget about Instagram and Pinterest and Facebook and YouTube and all that stuff. Please like us and share us. And we also, if you have a different biscuit design you want, send it. We'd love to make it any way you want it done. So we can't wait to earn your business. So now we got a chance to see this week's featured Spotlight Biscuit. We're back in here with Tony Garduno. He's got his jerk pork on the flat skillet.
Right. And then what I'm going to do here is I went ahead and moved everything off to the side.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and get some of the rice. The rice, it's been pre-made, and so...
Now, do you buy the long grain with different, it's different colors here. You have to educate me on the rice.
Well, long grain is the dark grains are your long grain ones.
Okay.
And then, of course, you have your regular rice that's mixed in with it. This particular package had the mixture of both of them.
Okay.
And then, so I went ahead and cooked it.
You mean you didn't grow this?
I didn't grow it, no.
Oh,
it takes too long.
It takes too long.
So, anyway, I pre-made it.
And you just boiled it? Or?
All I did was boil it and threw a couple of herbs in there to get started. And then what I'm going to do here, just to kind of give it a little bit of a flavoring,
more jerk.
I'm going to get some of the jerk seasoning and just kind of add it to the rice.
Wow. So you just warming the rice, you browning the rice?
I'm warming it. And then you just...
What'd you call it again? Just long grain rice?
It's long grain rice.
And he's flipping the jerk pork on the flat skillet.
Give it a little bit more heat.
Okay. Now that burner's fully adjustable. It's got 2 separate rings on it. You can use just the inner ring by itself, fully adjustable, and then you can use it with both the inner and the outer fully adjustable. So the reason we talk about that so much, if we want to go in and sear a nice thick, juicy T-bone steak or something, you got to get that thing super, super hot so you can sear the edge or side and then flip and sear the other side. Or if you want to do some deep frying, again, you can see other episodes where we've done funnel cakes, French fries, beer battered onion rings, sopapillas, fried bread, all that kind of stuff. That's when you want to use the most of that burner, get it super, super hot. But when you want to get in to do something that requires very, very little heat, like some of the desserts that we make, or Tony had done the French toast cream brulee, whatever. That doesn't need a whole lot of heat, so you'll turn that down. And then I don't know if you see, we got Fiber Joe had done a fettuccine alfredo where he made his sauce from scratch with the heavy cream and the cream cheese and that kind of stuff. And he used the burner real, real low. So the infinite adjustment of that burner can get it so you can cook on very low temperatures or get it super hot to sear a steak or something like that. So we're about medium here, blah, 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 blah,
So we got it, it's about ready here, so we're almost ready to go.
Okay.
So what we'll do is we're going to get you a plate.
This is my favorite part.
Pork.
Oh, you get one too? What's up with that? Just kidding.
You gotta share.
You gotta share.
Do some rice.
That's beautiful.
A little one there, so we...
I was only kidding, I'm not that hungry. Right on. Let's take a bite like here. So here, let's see if I can take a little corner off of this one. And I'll just do it like so. So we got Tony Garduno hooked up some jerk pork with long rice on the disket flat skillet. Cooking outdoors has never been better.
Got the sweet flavor in that.
Disket.